Samore Love Hugs, you have now tuned into my Empire recap. Guys, be sure to subscribe if you have not yet done so. Also, be sure to share this video anywhere you like to share videos, you know, like Google Plus or Facebook or Twitter, anywhere, okay? So, this episode was freaking crazy. I was sitting here like, yo, I can't believe they just really did that. I'm just so sad, though, that it's like the last, well, next week is going to be the last episode for the season. So, I'm like, but it's going to be 2 hours, so at least that's good. And it looks like it's going to be explosive from the little trailer that they showed at the end. So, Andre, he's in the clinic because, you know, he went crazy last week. He was throwing down the basketballs and just punching people in their face. He was going nuts. And, like, literally. So now he's committed to the hospital. I guess they trying to make sure that he gets a little better before he comes out. And his family's all there except for Lucius. Because Lucius, as we know, he lives in denial. He's one of those people that if he doesn't feel that it's perfect, I feel like if he doesn't feel that something's perfect, he doesn't want to accept it into his life if it's not his definition of what perfect should be. And saying that his son is bipolar, oh no, I couldn't produce a bipolar child, is one thing. And then his other child, of course, as we know that he denies, is Jamal, because Jamal is gay. He doesn't want to accept that fact either. They showed a flashback of Olivia kind of flirting with, well, she was in the house when they were having like family get-togethers and stuff like that, and she looked like she was kind of flirting with Mr. Lucius Lyon. I was like, that looks a little weird. But these were flashbacks that were coming from Andre's head, where Mary J. Blige, she was up in there, she was singing, and they was just all having a good time, kind of like a real nice family dinner with entertainment. Andre, he reveals to Cookie that he's bipolar because she didn't know that he was bipolar. And she was just on some, this is something that, talking to Rhonda, like, you white people came up with, you know, and he don't need all of this. But he's like, no, I was diagnosed in freshman year of college, and they show a flashback of stuff that he was doing that showed that something was not right with him at all. So this was something that was real and not just, and that's the thing too, like a lot of black people, African American minority people, all that, they tend to not want to accept these types of things. Like, you have something going on with you where you feel as though something's wrong, but you will not admit it. Even if someone tells you, I think that you're bipolar, I think that this, I think that, a lot of times either the person won't accept it or the family won't accept it because they feel as though that's not something. Black people don't be bipolar. What you talking about, black people? Black people don't need to see no therapist. You handle it. You suck it up and you move on. And you never speak about it again. That's what you do. You know, that's the way that a lot of black people's mentalities are, because they feel that they're supposed to be so tough. And I mean, even myself included, there's been times when I'm like in a rut and I'm just like, you know what? I'm fine. Whatever. That's not depression. I'm not stressed out. I'm fine. But yeah, it happens to everyone. Or to a lot of people. I shouldn't say everyone. I guess some people walk around here walking on cloud 9, you know? So Lucius, pretty much, like I said, he never really supported the whole thing. Mr. Malcolm, head of security, he sees Miss Cookie Lyons, and he tells her that he violated a code of conduct. He was disloyal to his commander. He says that he has fallen for his wife. And Cookie's like, wait, hold on. What you said? You mean, you trying to tell me you fell for me? So she goes up, she grabs his face, a little something. She gives him one of those kisses. Oh, and they got a little hot and heavy up in there, honey. And then they just started kissing, and I mean, we can just imagine what else happened after that, right? Playing with fire. Jamal, he was in the studio, he was making some magic, some good music. Then Olivia, she was trying to be like on the slip tip. She was getting on a bus, a Greyhound bus, but then some dude came up like, oh, where you going? and pretty much stopped her from leaving and took her somewhere. And he was like, where's Lola? You both belong to me. And yeah, no one knew. They pretty much like left after that. Camilla, she's doing a photo shoot for Hakeem. She's like, I'm going to mold you into who I want you to be. She is dressing him up and she's like, yes, this is what you're supposed to be doing. Let's do this. Taking him photos. Rhonda, she tells Andre that he can't stay at home because he doesn't want to go to the signing of, Empire being made public. And she tells him that she's nothing without him. She tries to get his head back into the game and back into being the part of shareholder and all those different things. And he's supposed to be getting, I think it was like $1 million he was supposed to be getting as part of the shares of the company. But he was just not feeling it. He didn't want to go. And when she came to like advance towards him, he just kind of pushed her off and turned into the Incredible Hulk. Like, you will be the proxy, you can do it, but I'm staying home. I'm not feeling like it. And he was just like, get off! Like, I was like, whoa, Andre. Whoa. Settle down, puppy. Lucius, he tells Cookie that she is now going to be the A&R of Empire. I mean, he doesn't have anybody else. It's not like Miss Anika's still there, so why not, right? You need somebody. So, you know what? Since my old fiance left me, I choose you. You're going to be my number 2. Can you handle that, honey? Vernon, he's on that baking soda. Yeah, I seen him sniffing a little something. I was like, oh, man, Vernon, you on that stuff? And then Olivia and this Reg dude, this guy that she's with, they come to the club where he's at. They talk to him, try to get into the house and all that. And he's like, okay, you know what? I'm going to help you guys out. Jamal, he wants to take on Lola as his real daughter in his house, be the father, and take on that responsibility. His boo thing that he got isn't really feeling that and doesn't really want to have anything to do with that, with having a child. When he tells his father's like, you don't want to bring her up in that kind of lifestyle. And he's just like, what lifestyle? Like, what if she becomes something like that? Then what? So you think that you're going, like, he was pretty much trying to say that I'm going to raise your daughter, is what he said, because I'm trying to protect her from what you're doing over on your side of town. Camilla now, she's at the house, and she was saying all these big words. Once she got everybody's attention, they were doing the whole signing thing, and she's saying all these big words and sounding all intellectual and all that, and then she has Hakeem play this song that he created. The song sounds pretty good, but he was saying all these things about age ain't nothing but a number, and the older the berry, the sweeter the juice. And I just felt like, dang, like, you're doing all this just because of her. That's the reason. Like, listen to the lyrics. The lyrics is all about her, and she's just smiling like, yes. Yeah, you know, go ahead, Hakeem. Yeah. Do it. You know, she was just soaking it up, eating it up, loving it up. And everybody was shaking their head because they loved the music. They was like, you know, bopping their head to the beat and all that stuff. But Lucius had his plans. He takes her to the back office and he asks her, how much do you want? And initially he was playing a mind game, but then he was like, now I'm going to ask you, how much money do you want? I know that you're in debt. You've been selling the clothes on your back that you've been wearing, and you pretty much have no money. So how much do you want? He writes her up a check, has Malcolm come, but when Malcolm comes, she's like, you know what? She rips up the check. That show you that pride. I don't know if I'm going to rip up the check, though. I mean, it was in her hands. It was probably a large sum of money. I don't know. My pride could make me do some stupid things, though. I know she on that plane like, dang, I should have took that money, man. She was like, you know what? I'm going to wait until you die, and then I will come back for him. That's what I'm going to do. She was like, I hope you rot in hell. Like, she went in. She, like, made the words hurt and stabbed him just a little something. Like, you're going to die a painful, dirty, nasty death. Like, she was going in. That's how she was doing. So, yeah, now she's pretty much gone. And when Hakeem was looking for her, he's just like, I offered her money and she's gone. He's like, so she took the money? He's like, what do you think she did? It's like he played. He played with his head. What do you think she did? She's not here. So, it was so, like, that's the way that you lie without really lying. You, like, play those head games with people. It's messed up. It's sick. Oh, that dirty Lucius. Oh, my goodness. That dirty man. Camilla, so she's pretty much on the plane. She's out the picture now. The signing of the shares is about to go on, and when Rhonda's about to sign it, she notices that the shares is not the amount that it was supposed to be. I think it was 75,000. It was 75,000 or 75. What was it? 750,000 shares instead of 1 million or some crap like that. It was a large number, but not the large number that it was supposed to be. So Rhonda's like, this is not what we agreed to. I'm not signing to this. And then she looks at the other ones and she notices that all of them, the shares have been cut. So she's like, what's going on? And he says, and Cookie, she gets upset. Like, what are you doing? And he's like, I did this for you, Cookie, so you could have something. Because I had to make sure that you got something too. All of a sudden, he wants to be Mr. Noble, but yeah, he didn't tell anybody. It's like robbing from Peter to give to Paul. You know what I mean? At least have a discussion before people are about to sign something and let them know that you altered something. You altered the paperwork that they're about to be signing. Good thing Rhonda's a smart woman, and she made sure that she checked before she signed anything. Jennifer Hudson, she's trying to get Andre back on track. She's singing to him, giving him that music therapy. And then he's like, I'm not really feeling it. Nothing's going to help me tonight. Then she closes the door and she comes to him. She was like, this is not probably... What did she say? This is probably against hospital rules. And then she goes all up, like, all close to him and stuff. And I'm like, Jennifer Hudson about to get crazy with Mr. Crazy. All right, I'm sorry I call him crazy. But Mr. Andre, she about to get crazy with him. But no, she's like, let's pray. Bow your head. Come on, let's pray. He's like, I will pray. She's like, come on. I'm like, oh, you tricked me, girl. You tricked me. That was a good one. So this dude, this Reg dude that's up in the house with Olivia, he takes off his jacket. And Cookie, she's just like, She's like, you got a lot of tattoos there. She's like, what's that crow about? She was like, what's that bird? He was like, a crow. She was like, crows eat people. They eat dead people. And then it kind of triggers something in Jamal's head because Lola's been not able to go to sleep because she's been thinking about the man with the crow that's trying to hurt her. So he's like, wait, that's the man? He's like, has he been hurting her? That's what he asks Olivia. And Olivia's just like, help me. So he goes to lunge after the man, but the man pulled out a gun. And I'm like, oh, man, nah. You can't hurt Jamal. Don't do it. Don't do it. But then his father comes to his rescue. And I was like, see, family first. Even though they have their issues, he still comes to the rescue. He was like, no. He was like, I'm the baby's father. I was like, Kanye dropped the mic. Like, what? I was like, WTF, what the hell is going on here? What are you talking about? He was like, it was me. I wanted her to get married to my son. The only way that she'd be able to do it. And I was the one who put the baby in her. I did it. He was like, kill me if anything. Everyone hates me anyway. Just kill me. And I'm like, everybody's looking at him like, you're disgusting. You really did this? I mean, up to now, I don't know if he was just doing it to save his son, or because it looked like it could have been, because there was a whole lot of flirting, and when they looked at her, she kind of looked like she was embarrassed. So it wasn't confirmed that he really is, but it wasn't confirmed that he's not either. So he could be the real father. So anyways, the dude, well, at that point, Cookie tried to grab him up because, you know, she using them jail skills. And, yeah, it kind of backfired. And he kind of grabbed her up, had her in a headlock type of thing going down. But, oh, man, Mr. Head of Security, Malcolm came to the rescue. And he was on some warrior. Boom! Right in the head. Oh, my goodness. And at first, I thought something happened to Cookie. You know, my heart dropped real quick. So, Roger, no. But luckily, he got the guy right in, what is that, military style? Right in the head. And she was good. He was like, come on, come with me. Let me check you out. I was like, yeah, go with her. Go with him, boo. But yeah, that part was crazy right there. And everybody was just looking at freaking this dude, Lucius, like, are you serious? Is that really your child? And he was like, I saved you. I saved you, son. Look what I did. I did this to protect you. You ain't answer the question, though. So now Lucius, when he's finally alone with Cookie, he asks her, well, he kind of tells her that he wants her to be back with him. And she's like, you know, when I first came out of jail, I had this fantasy that we would be back together like before, but I don't want you back anymore. I'm not even thinking about that. She was like, look what you've done to your kids. And she was just like, she knows that the real reason why he wants to be back with her is because he doesn't want to die alone. So that's pretty much the reason why he's trying to get somebody on his team, since Miss Onika done left him. And other than that, she, like, once they were done talking, she kind of walked out and went to Malcolm, and she was just like, take me somewhere. I just want to be with you alone. I'm like, oh, this little relationship is going to get nasty if Lucius find out, because you know how cutthroat he is. This man is vicious. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you thought about Empire down below, your favorite scenes, what you thought about Lucius saying that was his baby. Oh my goodness, that was so ill. That was so Jerry Springer type. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Later.